Hi, and welcome to Volume 5 of our 12 Weeks of Christmas. So I'm going to show you how to put together a shaker card, because how exciting is it to get a shaker card from someone and it also be with Christmas, because it's something that they can shake and play with and also admire with a little bit of Christmas cheer. So let me turn my camera down. Actually, see if I could go this way for you guys, and we'll get started. Yeah, okay. Want it to be upright. So I again have my pieces cut. I've got my cardstock already, the card base already cut, and let me move this over so you can see a little bit. It is the 8.5 by the 5.5. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that folded down and have it set to the side. My other pieces that I do have already cut out is for the inside. I took just a regular white piece of cardstock at 4 5/4. And that's gonna go on the inside of the card because, you know, we're using a colored piece of cardstock. And then I took a designer sheet of paper, which again is from the Frame Florets Designer Series paper. I think it is just absolutely adorable. And why not flip it over and use this beautiful plaid side for Christmas? Now, I also have these other shapes, and I'm going to show you. I'm not going to need this one, but I used a sheet of the gold paper, and that's going to be in the rim. This one was left over because when I cut all this stuff out. And then, so in the framed florets, you have all these different ovals. You have this one that's got the cute little hearts in it, and that's the one that I used. Now, when you use this one, it doesn't cut out the center. It only cuts out the little hearts. So I went ahead and took this other oval one right here that's just a regular oval. It has some divots in it, which are really cute, which is where I got this from. But this actually fits perfect inside of this little guy. So I have a whole lot of different frame sizes going, and this is going to be the outer, just so that all this can go together. This is actually, I'm sorry, I told you wrong. This oval right here is from this little rigid one. He's going to be the outer frame, but this one right here, I actually heard somebody say that it was like oh gosh, the mirror, you know, off of the Disney movie. But that oval inside here actually fits perfect. So my apologies, I totally told you wrong on that. So that oval is the one that comes from here. So I'm actually using all the frames to get all the different little things. I wanted the hearts from this one, the oval from this one, and the actual frame from that one. Just bear with me though, because a little bit of all of them, and they turn out perfect. I did not, let me get a window sheet, because you're gonna need a window sheet when you're making your cards. So I did not have everything together. This is actually going to be cut at the 5 1/4 by 4 as well. And I'm going to cut that real quick. Apologies, I thought I had all my stuff together and I did not. And I'm going to set it over here, and I'm going to do one more. Okay, Now with these, making a shaker card, they sometimes, they have a static to them. So you might get one of those duster cloths and rub over it, just because it'll be a little tricky to keep your sequins from the shakers to stay. But if you do it carefully, you'll be able to get it on there just right and you won't have any issues. So my first thing that I'm gonna do though, is I'm gonna take one of my sheets and I'm gonna adhere it to the back of my my main designer paper. So actually, no, I'm not. Let's get our card and line this up, because you want your frame, the piece that you're going to stamp on, you want him where you, I'm going to go ahead and get him lined up, because you want him already attached to this before you start putting the rest of this together. And if he's not in the right place, where's my adhesive? And there's actually two sides to him. The one side, when you actually cut this card out, has, and I don't know if I can get it on here, you see it's got a little rivet around it. So that's the part I want on the top. So I'm gonna lay this down and get it centered to where I'm not attaching it, I'm just gonna get it centered to where I would want it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and lay that piece down. So that piece is there and it's in the spot that I want. Now I'm gonna come back and attach my my window sheet. I unfortunately do not have the dust cleaner in front of me, so we're gonna hope for the best, but it's important to make sure that there's nothing on your window sheets, because you know, if there is, then it's gonna get stuck inside your card. So look at it, it looks all right. And then you just line it up like you would your regular paper and go ahead and stick it on there, just like so. Sometimes it might need a little trimming. I don't think I see any. And now it's, you can see the light shine on it. So that's gonna hold that in there. Then you're going to use the foam adhesive strips. They are like Dimensions, and they're actually a little bit thicker than Dimensions. So if you use these and try to use your Dimensions as well, there'll be a little bit of difference. But they are able, because they're in strips, you're able to just take them and go in a curve with them. I'm going to go above the heart. I tried this the other day and I went inside the heart, but let's go on the outside of the hearts, and you just go around the oval. Now you can do this with any shape. If you don't have this frame, you can make this any old kind of way. Now this didn't go all the way around because I have already been using this, so I'm going to take another piece and just connect it, because you don't want your sequins to come out. You know, if you give this away, everything's got to stay together. So I'm going around it, and then I'll take my snips over here and I'm going to just trim this off and set it to the side. So basically it's like that. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and take this part off. And another fun thing that I didn't share is when you cut this out, you also get these cute little hearts that cut out with it. So I'm gonna add those in there. They're just little bitty tiny hearts that came from the paper, and they make for great confetti, right? But that is nowhere near enough for our card. So I have some sparkle and shine sequins that I'm going to add inside here as well. And I'm going to put just a little pile because I want to make sure that it does its job. I've done this before and I don't personally think I put enough, and so, I mean, it worked, but. And then I get my other piece, and very carefully, because this is where they like to stick to the top. Oh, I can't, should have got my eyes because I can't see. Well, it's okay because I can trim this piece. I already have some jumping off. And then you just push this back piece down onto this. And this is what's sealing your window together. So now you have a little pocket that holds it in place. So cool, right? I am going to take my snips and go around the edge of this back piece because one, it's going to be connected to the card and they're not going to see it. And two, it's kind of, I didn't attach it real well. So you just snip it out and it's real easy to cut. And I'm going to go around the oval. That way it's not too terribly big. Let's get this side. So I got it trimmed, and then you got that. Now I'm gonna get my card base back over here, and I'm using May the Season Be Filled with Peace and Joy. So I'm going to stamp it on top. Now this is from the Frame Festive. Now this comes out, I think tomorrow, if you're really interested in this. This is out until the 1st of the year. And so some of it's coming back and then some of it is not. And I'm just in love. This is actually the other stamp, the Frame Florets. I'm loving this set. I mean, just the shaker cards all together. I'm going to use some cherry cobbler, maybe, if I can find my cherry cobbler. Sorry, it's hiding behind my ribbon. To stamp on top of it before we do the final attachment. Okay. Beautiful. So then this is where the magic comes together. So see, it's beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and now let me show you the difference. This is my little frames. Can you tell that one's a little thicker than the other? And because I'm using this for the frame, it's gonna probably be better that I just use this on the corners of my card as well. Just so that way it sits right. I'm not gonna make them as long. I'll just put one on every, kind of like I would the other dimensions. I'm just gonna add it to the corner here. We'll just go ahead and put this piece there. I'm gonna push that down, take the paper off, and I'm gonna do one final sweep before I actually attach it and make sure that I don't have anything stuck to the plastic. And there you go. Adorable, right? I love it. One more thing, the little gold frame, because I think that'll give the perfect little accent that it needs. See? Oh, love it! But I'm going to use the multi-purpose glue for this to attach. And I'm just going to go around the little frame. Just like so. And then, oh dear, that ain't supposed to happen. And then I'm going to just line it up because it actually fits in the center of this oval perfectly. So just line it up. Run my light finger around it lightly. And there you go. Now you have a Christmas shaker card. And then I'll add the piece for the inside. I haven't quite decided what we can put in there, but you want to have something so that you can write on it and make the cutest, perfect little card ever. Anyway, I hope you enjoy, and I hope you give this a try. I mean, super simple. And like I said, if you don't have these framelits and are interested, I can help you get those, but you can use other things as well. You can make different shapes, and I mean, it is endless on different ways to make shaker cards. So have a great Tuesday, and I will be back next week for another volume of our 12 Weeks of Christmas.